Greetings, clarinerds. Let's talk about some problems that we may encounter while playing mini clarinet. First thing we're going to check is the reed. If you're having weird issues, weird sounds that you're not intending on coming out, the reed might be the issue. So look at the reed, make sure it's square on the mouthpiece. There should be a little bit of a sliver of the mouthpiece coming over top of the reed. Sometimes if the screws are not tight enough on your ligature, the reed can kind of shift a little bit. Okay, so that's step one. Step two is going to make sure that your hand position is correct. Sometimes if we have a crack on a tone hole, no matter how hard you blow, it's either going to sound like that, or it's going to squeak really, really crazily. Okay, so play in front of a mirror to check that. And then we're also going to check while you're doing that if this first finger is collapsed and pressing on either of these keys, because it's going to be the same thing. And if any of these holes are cracked, you're not going to get a good sound out. So play in front of a mirror, or have someone else looking at you while you're playing, and make sure that everything is nice and sealed and nice and covered. Okay. Now, embouchure-wise, we could have a nice flat sound. That's not great. So that's going to be playing in front of a tuner. Make sure that our embouchure is nice and tight, chipmunk face, all the corners nice and tight back. Right? Now, tonguing. We just talked about tonguing in the last video. There are a number of different ways that tonguing can sound weird. That's if I'm tonguing and I'm not actually touching the reed at all. You can hear kind of like a fa instead of a ta sound. That's going to be, your tongue is touching actually the roof of your mouth and not the tip of the reed. It might feel like you're saying ta, but you're not actually saying ta out of your clarinet. We actually want to hear the t sound out of the clarinet and not in your face. Okay. The other thing that you could hear is like a. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but I'm actually going. It's called a glottal tonguing. You're actually tonguing from back here in the throat. That's not even anywhere close to saying ta. That's more of like a sound, and you'll actually hear that while you're playing outside. So those are a couple great steps to check playing mini clarinet if you're having problems. Happy clarinetting!